So things I like in your setup are the following. Club head is positioned at a pretty good 90-degree angle behind the ball. Your club and ball were pretty much center of your stance. For an iron, that's perfect. Feet were at a good neutral distance apart, not too wide. Grip, both hands are working together pretty well as a unit. Didn't see much issue there. The biggest thing would be your posture. You can see fairly straight-legged, and your upper body's kind of rolled forward. So you really want to have more of a tilt from your hips forward, so establish a more complementary spine angle. That'll force you further away from the ball as well, because you need to have some space and room. And then you would follow that by just having a little flex in your knees so that you're on the balls of your feet. As our last gentleman as well, you tend to be a little bit on your heels, right?
Yeah.
So if we tilt, flex, we got to step back to accommodate having the space for that club to sit there in the proper angle. Everything else, like I said, is pretty good. We're going to watch your takeaway now. And you can see how your club gets lifted up, the club head and shaft, with your wrists and arms. You pick it up initially instead of taking it back, say, directly back from the ball with a takeaway. So you lift it and place the club with your arms up over your shoulders. So what happens is, as I watched you, it's your arms lifting and placing, and we're not getting much rotation. And you can't because of the lack of balance, right?
Yep.
If we had the body weight more in the balls of our feet and had more room, as I suggested, the club can go back a little more level, the club head, and go back with your turn of your shoulder. So you build weight onto your right side, body weight, and that's what you use to push off with your pivot for power, right? Because from there, you got to throw your arms more in front of your body. You can see on the downswing, and the club comes across the ball, and your hands and wrists roll over to square up the club head, and you extend through. But even the follow-through is a little restricted as well due to lack of balance. So it's just posture and balance, and then rotate your upper and lower halves. And use practice swings as good reminders and rehearsals to the motions you want to make through the ball, obviously. That's it. So